Hi there, my name is Sarah Whitcroft. I'm a maternal child health worker with Carriers County Family Services. Today I'm going to show you how to make a wheaten bread. This is a really easy whole wheat bread to make and that doesn't require any yeast. It's really nice and can be served as either savoury or sweet. This is a bread that we used to eat all the time growing up in Ireland, and it's my mum's recipe, so I just thought it would be a nice thing to share with you guys today. So first of all, you're going to want to heat your oven to 375, and we'll let that get warm while we start to mix up our ingredients. Okay, so we're going to use 3 cups of whole wheat flour. I'm just going to put this in my bowl. 2, 3. So I've got about 2 tablespoons of sugar. You can use whatever sugar you prefer. And then this part's pretty important. We're going to take a sieve and we're going to sieve 2 teaspoons of bicarbonate of soda in. You really do not want to get any lumps in here, otherwise it's not going to taste super great. So that's 1. I'm going to sieve it 3. And about 2. And if you don't have a sieve, you can also just put a little bit into your hand and rub it like this in so that all the lumps get taken out. Okay, so next we're going to put 1 teaspoon of salt in. And that's all of our dry ingredients, so the flour, the sugar, the bicarbonate of soda, or baking soda it's also called, and the salt. So I'm just going to mix that all together. Make sure there's no lumps in there. So when all the dry ingredients are mixed, I'm going to make a little well in the center, just like that. And I'm going to put about 1 tablespoon of, I've got olive oil here, or you can also use melted butter. About 1 tablespoon in, and that goes into the middle. And then I'm probably going to end up using about 2 cups of buttermilk. So I've just got store-bought buttermilk, but you can also make buttermilk with just regular milk and some lemon juice. There's plenty of recipes and ways to do that online. So I'm just going to start off with 1 cup of this buttermilk, and I'm going to put it into the well. So I'm just going to stir this all in. Try and get it all taken up. And that's still pretty dry, so I'm going to take 1 more cup of buttermilk. So that's about 2 cups total. And stir the remainder in. So we didn't get this on film. But I was just saying, whoa, this is a bit of a workout, and then I must have gone a little too hard because I just broke the spoon. So we're gonna take that out of there and get a new one. I've mixed this all together, and you're gonna end up with something that looks pretty much like this consistency. You want it a little bit wet, but not too wet that it's gonna be sloppy. So this recipe makes just about enough to fit in one of these loaf tins, and normally I would do that, but it looks a little nicer just to do it freeform on a tin like this. So if you want to do it like this, just put some flour over the bottom, and it doesn't really require too much shaping. We're pretty much just gonna dump it into the middle here, all on top of each other. Make sure we get everything out. And you can shape it however you would like to. So normally we would just make it into a bit of a circular circular shape, like that. Doesn't really matter too much because it's going to taste the same either way. So I've just shaped this roughly into a sort of circle, and that's all you need to do. There's nothing fancy to it. If you would like, you can make marks in the top, but I'm just going to leave it plain for now. And we're going to put it into the oven, and I'm going to put it on the top shelf for now. Just like that. And I'm going to check that after about 20 minutes just to see how it's doing. It's probably going to take about 30 to 35 minutes in total. So this is it after 20 minutes. It's not going to be done just yet, but I'm going to take it out and show you. So at this point, I should be able to cut into it and make a little bit of a cross without it crumbling. Oh. So you can see when I take my knife out, there's a little bit of the dough on there. So that means it's not properly cooked. Whenever it's finished, you should be able to put the knife in and take it out, and there shouldn't be any dough left on there. So I'm just going to put this back in, and I'm probably going to leave it for another 10 to 15 minutes. I'll check it every sort of 5 minutes. So this has been in the oven for just over about 35 minutes now. And I'm just going to check the center, so I'm going to put a knife straight down into the center to see if it's cooked. And that looks pretty good. We don't have that much dough or anything on there, so I'm going to serve this up. Oh, that smells really good actually. Yeah, that's good inside. You can see that, right? Mm-hmm. That's nice. And you want good thick slices. Nice and steamy. This is definitely best served fresh, or the next day you can toast it up, and it's really good toasted actually. Just for now, I'm going to put a little bit of butter and some homemade jam on there. So we've got some blackcurrant jam, and this is rhubarb and strawberry jam, all stuff that you can find about at the moment. I'm gonna put some butter in there. I gotta see that. Alright, that's nice and melted. And I'm just going to put some of this blackcurrant jam on there. You can also serve this with like some cream cheese and salmon. You can put cheese on top of it. You can kind of do whatever you want, and it'll taste really good. And this is how I like to eat it. There we go, and there you have it.